Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome. If you're taking part in the hashtag Happy Mail movement, I await your envelope. I am feeling lousy and have been for several days now. I think it is the ongoing cold sore drama. And frankly, I can't seem to muster up the oomph to do much more than some organizing. I pretty well have Christmas sorted, packaged, and it is taking up way more volume than I thought it would. That's another story. I may just post some when I'm totally done. I have to find one more plastic tote. When I'm totally done, I'll probably post some pictures on Instagram. I hope that I'm able to get through this video without too much coughing. One of my subscribers, Suzanne from Down Under, made the very sensible suggestion of using a humidifier. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't really work here with our well water, which tends to have that scale type buildup and ruins things. But that reminded me, Suzanne, that I bought this. Whoa, did I just drip? I bought this thing, Vicks sinus inhaler, personal steam inhaler. So I dug it out of its box and used it for the first time this morning. So this may be my new desk companion here. Now I can't obviously run it without having my face in it. So anyway, we'll see if that helps. My other idea was I could run my Sage, what are they called? Diffuser with some healing oil, or I could take a nap, or I could start having a flask of Buckley's mixtures here and just taking a snort every so often. Anyway, let's begin. Oh, and look who's watching and helping. I have a vintage, beautiful oak filing cabinet that came from the Library Bureau of Canada. And those drawers are deep and wide and relatively shallow, and there are 9 of them, I think. Anyway, I had my washi in one of these lovely fabric covered, well, sectional type boxes. And I love, maybe I'll just sort of show you this way. Is that not beautiful? And so, of course, that couldn't accommodate all my washi. And, of course, I don't have as much as some people do, which have dedicated rooms to their collection. So I had overflow in this thing. But I also, this system, initially I had them sorted by color, which to me makes the most sense, because that is what is going to drive my choice first and foremost. So if I say, oh, I really need something black, it will be, I'll look for black first and then determine which is the more appropriate width, as opposed to having all my skinnies together and all the medium ones together and then the oversized ones together. So I'm hoping to, again, this is a mindless task, but some days that's all a person can muster. So I intend to work on that, and I'm going to use this. Now I tested it to make sure, let's see how deep it is, probably 3.5 inches or so, or 3 inches. Just a hair under 3 inches. So Well, let's tell you all the dimensions. 12 by 3 by 12. It's a square, people. Anyway, I noticed this morning, or just a while ago, that this, the glue was letting go here. So I put some Fabri-Tac and some little clamps on there. It's probably fine to take them off now. Oh my God, good as new. Okay, so what I'm going to let this be my new system. If it isn't big enough, or my new container, if it isn't big enough, then I can, I'll see what the overflow will go into, whether there's enough to go into this patterned one, in which case I'll clean out that drawer and move the other stuff that's in that drawer someplace else, or into another drawer, because it's probably a year or more, no, more than a year since I actually filled that thing for the first time. And you know, needs change. So now I didn't pre-sort because of course that's part of the whole thing here. So because I had gathered up some black, maybe I should just start with black because I have to start somewhere. So basically, I don't have, I've already said, I don't have as much washi tape as some people do. I have, you know, I guess I've gotten the odd bit through thrifting, but very, you know, next to nothing that way. I did place one order to the washi tape shop. Their stuff is nice, but of course it's more expensive. And I think as a rule, theirs has the backing paper on it. Now, I also placed an order, 2 orders in my lifetime on Temu. Now, if you've watched unboxings, mine or other people's, you know that the things are really affordable. But that site is not without its critics. And I had one of my thoughtful subscribers express some concerns about the company, and I think the usual concern, and this, I've never placed an order to Alibaba. This is brown, but I have heard criticism from other YouTubers that the place is notorious for stealing people's creative work and, you know, making, well, basically counterfeiting. And so, you know, you think you're buying a Gucci bag or whatever, and in fact it is counterfeit. I'm not saying that that's happening with purses or anything. I'm just using that as an example. We know that there are counterfeit goods out there in every single product line. And, you know, I think I might have to just, I mean, this is, I didn't realize I had this much black. I think that I'm going to maybe put some of the smaller ones kind of like so, just to not take up so much space. I mean, it's still relatively visible, I would say. This is probably not the best job ever, but again, sometimes that's all the brain power you have. Anyway, I was talking about counterfeiting. So we know that whether it's, you know, people at flea markets that are selling these knockoff type products, or, you know, border agents that are trying to stop some of this as the goods enter various countries. We do know that counterfeiting is real, and we know, because we're creators ourselves, we know how choked we would be if someone was stealing our blood, sweat, and tear invention, design, creation, and profiting from it. So there's that. But the other point that she brought up, and actually sent me a video clip, was the idea of that they are, no, I don't know if the fraud, if the term that describes that kind of fraud is phishing. I mean, maybe phishing is something different. But anyway, stealing people's, you know, personal information and financial information. So, you know, I try to be a sensible, well-informed person. So I watched the video. The thing that and I did say this to her back in the comment, was that I found it a little, if this, oh, see, these guys are too wide, too tall. If this is in fact true, then why is it not being declared, say, from that press podium at the White House, as opposed to a boy in a hoodie in his basement doing a YouTube video? So, you know, again, trying to see this from all angles. I think it goes without saying that most of us love a deal. That's why we thrift. That's part of why we thrift. It's not just the money. There are other reasons as well. But maybe what should I do next? Maybe orange, just for the heck of it. Peachy orange. So, you know, like, again, if that, or maybe this has to be pinky, peachy, orangey. So I'm not defending the company. I'm not throwing them under the bus. I'm just saying that everyone should proceed with caution. And frankly, I have, since then, I've unsubscribed, so I don't get those daily or multiple times a day emails from them. And I haven't placed another order. Number one, because do I truly need anything? The answer would be no. Do I worry about identity theft and fraud? Yes, had it happened. Had a debit card skimmed several years ago. Have had people, you know, steal money, and it was only through the insurance that the bank has, the credit union has, that those losses were covered. So it is real. It can happen to anybody. It does happen to anybody. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. Maybe these not creamier, but more, what would you call this? Earth tone-y ones should go there. So I don't know. Anyway, that was a long, convoluted sidetrack to say that some of this stuff came from Temu. These that have these things came from the Washi tape shop. And of course, the packaging is beautiful. The tape is really nice. Kind of annoying as they unroll, but anyway. So you can see I now have multiple things happening at the same time here. So we'll see if that helps or makes things worse for me. So, oh, here's more black and white. I have to say I'm kind of really glad, well, I'm glad for several reasons that I'm taking part in the Happy Mail, hashtag Happy Mail movement that was started by Kim Newberg. And my channel is one of the participating channels. And frankly, I don't understand, but it is a busy time of year, so that's my theory. I don't understand why more channels didn't jump on the bandwagon. She's thrown it open internationally. There are a couple of US channels so far, and of course, more Canadian ones. Anyway, the reason I'm talking about that is because in order to reinforce my envelopes, I've been dipping into my washi and using it like there's no tomorrow. So that brings me pleasure because, again, I've said it before, say it again, the investment has already been made. The money has been outlaid for this stuff. So it just makes sense to use it. That's probably another neutrally one there. So I really hope that if you're on the fence and thinking, oh, I like the idea, the thought of getting a decorated envelope instead of a bill from MasterCard or Visa, then by all means take part. I've been saying that in my comments to people. It's not too late, and there's also no time limit to it. So if you're bogged down with Christmas, well then don't do it till January, but do it because it is fun. Here's another neutral. I realize you probably can't see the stuff that is, out of frame, but frankly, I'd have to have the camera so much higher that it doesn't make sense. Here's another. Maybe this center compartment will be all neutrals. I'll see, that one fits. When I had just a little bit left on rolls, I kind of, you can't say decanted it, but I wound it on a piece of cardstock just to save space. Like, you tell me why do we need a 1+ inch spool? Like, goodness sakes. I know companies want to make it look as though we're getting so much for our money, but I'd prefer a spool that is maybe 1/2 inch in diameter or 1/4 inch in diameter, rather than taking up all this space. Look at this. Is this not beautiful? Bet you I haven't used an inch of this. Taking up all this space on their factory and their warehouses, as well as in the packaging that is required to send it to people or hang it on a blister pack on the shelf in the store. And then for the end user, like, come on. And if a person just had, a couple of rolls and didn't have to worry about space, maybe a mug tree or something like that would be good, where you could just hang your few little rolls on the hooks on a mug tree. Does anyone remember mug trees? Oh, this is a neutral as well. Oh, this is some washi that I made with my own little hands. Okay, how did I do it? Oh, I know. This is tape that it's double-sided tape that I either just made marks on, or this looks like I stamped on with something. So why am I not using this? Throw that on top as a reminder. Okay, what else? Look at this fancy one with this die cut edge. This is definitely thrifted. Oh, I have another one that's this really shiny stuff. But again, that's perfectly fine to use on a to reinforce the edges of an envelope. The ones that are kind of not very attractive, you can imagine that were probably purchased at either at a dollar store or at Michael's, as opposed to like a specialty. I wonder, oh my goodness, I am not going to fit all this in. Look, I still have all of this and all of this. Oh, here's my Da Vinci. This kind of stuff is great. This organizing, this playing is great when your mind is, when you're running a fever. I don't know if I'm running a fever, but I certainly have had a headache for days. More neutral. Love that. Bet you I haven't used it. Here's another little narrow guy. I think this is going to work better for me than what I have been doing. Anything that was sort of Christmas related, I put in with the Christmas stuff, so that's not going to be taking up space here. I'm putting the hot pink with the orange. Kind of woozy. So if you send me an envelope, you know the rules. Handmade envelope, under 30 grams, 1 stamp only. I will, that should have probably gone in Christmas. It's almost invisible, it's so skinny. I will be sure to, you can almost bet that you're going to get some washi tape on the envelope you get back from me. That's another neutral. I was using some washi tape. Oh, and this was a digital that I loved that I printed on. Or did I cut up strips and put it on sticker on double-sided tape? I'm going to have to use those very soon. Okay, maybe we should see what we can do with some blue. Can you tell that I bought the Van Gogh set? Irises, Starry Night. Oh, this floral shouldn't be here. Of course, I have quite a bit of blue. Maybe the little guy should go. Oh, here's another one. This one is an Asian feel. A lot of us like these geometric ones too, the little grid, stripes, dots, things like that. Isn't this beautiful? I can't even tell what color that is. That's kind of juvenile. Here's a kind of a metallic-y one. This one says make a wish. So maybe I'll put some of these little guys on top. Too tight. polka dots. So maybe in the comments section, I'm going to dump this in this other thing and have an empty container, just so that I can see how much more of this I have to make room for. I was using one of those rings to keep things together that I was using for Christmas. Okay, this says done, to do, noted, so that's almost more like a planner type thing. I guess I could put these sort of aqua ones here as well. Should probably do green. So it doesn't, okay, what does this say? Got this done. Work it. Happy day. I did it. I should probably use some of these script ones in my planner this year. You know, sort of a little pat on the old back. Way to go, kid. Oh dear. There's so many. That's a neutral. And shouldn't there be some industry standards on what the dimensions of these things should be? The diameters? Wouldn't that make our lives a little easier? This is cute. It's got the little matryoshka dolls, but any real Ukrainian knows that that is Russian, not Ukrainian. So the nesting doll, authentic Ukrainian nesting dolls do not look like that. And, oh, here's another beautiful Van Gogh one. And the most strident believers are very offended. So just keep that in mind. Any Ukrainian in the know would not appreciate a Russian doll. So just when you thought you knew everything, this is a beautiful one. Maybe I'll put it up there. This I might just put with the black, or maybe I'll put it here with the neutrals. This is neutral, it's gray. I'll put this pink one here, got purple. Oh, you know what? This is not even all of my washi. I realize that I have some in a project box for my Celebrating Women journals. So those are Dina, is it Dina Wakely? Designs that are beautiful. Black, white, red. Maybe I'll put that with the black. Oh, look at this gorgeous. This has a purple background, the gilt, and this is also part of that Asian set. Goodness. Okay, so it's clear that I'm not going to get this all in one this one container. And, you know, there becomes a point where too much layering defeats the whole purpose because it's no longer visible in a usable way. So, anyway, I should probably, let me just stand up and check the time, because you've probably seen enough for one day. Oh, we're at the 29-minute mark, so it went better than I thought. I'm going to call that gray, even though it's maybe more. Yeah, let's keep it there. This is... Okay, we're going to put these guys over here. Now, unfortunately, I don't have enough washi tape. Let me move this off to the side. Okay, Mr. Moose. He has to go over there. Let me put this here so we can see that if I use both, which is probably going to fill my whole drawer, that I won't have enough. So maybe let's start with these wider florals. I love this so much. Lilacs. Daisies. And again, that's the more expensive stuff, so clearly we don't want to use that. This is also beautiful. I would suspect that you're going to be seeing some, oh, I know what else I could add to this. Let me just reach for it. I've also shown you guys this in the past, which are these, and I don't know where I got this little dispenser thing from. I don't know that it works that well. Oh, could this be? No, I don't think it's washi. Anyway, these are paper, and they're two-sided. So I have used a bunch of those to decorate the edges of pages. But, they don't warrant this whole box. They should be with the washis, even though they're not technically washi. Okay, maybe I should see if I have enough for a compartment of purple. So there's that beautiful one. Yes, I showed you that with that bird. A little gingham. Not very much purple by the looks of it. This one that says shine. That's black. Maybe this could, well, maybe I'll put these florals. They must have all come together. They have a dark background, so it's pretty dramatic looking. What else have I got? Too light. What is this? Almost looks like an ECG readout. I'll put those butterflies there. That is beautiful. Not sure. I think that might be green. I've almost felt like my vision has been blurry lately. This says believe. I've used that recently on something. This just says hello. I think I'll put this with the black. Oh, here's another dark background color. What else have we got here? Remember, important. I may end up pulling out some of these. In fact, why don't I do that right now? I hope that you saw the video that just got uploaded. Well, today when I'm taping this, about my 2024 planner. I'm so pleased with how it turned out. I'm going to, I just made a decision. I'm going to pull out the ones that have these motivational words to use, to do, done, make a wish. Well, I guess that could almost apply, because sometimes our plans include, what does this say? Oh, that says airmail. So for now, that's what I have. There are probably more I've missed. Okay, back to the job at hand. This is also a washi tape store. One. Maybe I'll put that with the dark background ones. Maybe that one as well. I don't know why I have... Oh, they're not the same. They're similar, though. So we're going to just put in the rest of the florals. This isn't floral, but it sort of reads that way. This probably should be with the orangey ones. So should this one. That's peachy. Maybe that should be there as well. More floral, more. On this one, I can't afford, that's purpley. I can't afford to go, okay, what does it say? Bundle of books. I can't afford to go 2 layers high. Well, I mean, if they were like that, but then you can't see the design. Butterflies. That's a cute one. This is neutral, so that should be over there. I don't know, this is just color. This is a neutral, put it over there. Oh, more butterflies. Love that one. This is a neutral. I'm almost at the end, guys. I'm almost at the end. Whoa. And maybe this category, I hope, yeah, I'm still in frame. This category, see, these two were really cute. Oh, they're identical, I guess. So they got glasses and high heels and lips. They're kind of glossy. Oh, here's another one. This one is hearts. Kind of glossy. And they actually came off a dispenser, like a roll of Scotch tape. But I dumped that, got rid of it, obviously, because that's way too much space taken up. This is a bit of an oddball section here. You know what? I think with the purple, since I don't have that many designs or that many rolls, I'm going to put the gold in there as well. I used up a fair bit of gold with the Christmas projects that I did. There's this quatrefoil design. This looks like wood grain, so that should be with the neutrals. Oh, here's another sparkly one. Maybe the silver needs to go here. See, this one, I think I threw the spool away. But that you can see that that doesn't work that well. Oh, here's some green, should be with the green. Nondescript. Nondescript. Argyle. Stripe. This is so tiny. who the heck knows what this? I'd say that this is a waste, like a waste product. You know, end of the roll kind of cut. This is lovely. I don't think I've ever used it. This is like watercolor blotches. These are more books. So of course I have to hoard those because why would I want to use those? Okay. Oh, and I have these guys that I have sort of repacked here. I'm going to be using those up quickly. Oh, see, I've got 2 of these sorting trays. Incidentally, this is a good, well, I've thrifted both of these, and I think that they're organizing drawers for a dresser, you know, like for socks or underwear or whatever. Maybe I should bring these florals back over here. So, oh, this is purple, so we can put this here. Okay. Maybe this should be here as well. These are very pastel-y, and you can see, maybe if I turn this way, you can see more of both of these things. Okay, this is green and this flashy pattern. I used that on one of the alternate, or one of the envelopes, the Happy Mail envelopes the other day. This is going to be very good reinforcement. So I'll put that there. I also have this one. Oh, this has purple on the back side. Looks like I was attempting to control it with, maybe I'll put this with the purple one just for the heck of it. Because I don't have much purple. Oh, here's purple that should be in this side. This is sort of like a rust color and a green stripe. So maybe I'll put this with the new. Oh, why are these blue ones? How did they jump into the neutral side? Maybe these should be here, these ones that I called gray. Just because I don't have as many. 2 layers on this side. I hope that you are well. I hope that you have been dodging any viral things that have been going around. I think I told you that when we were in Denver, the youngest grandson was puking for a few days in a row. Apparently, I talked to his mom today. Apparently, he bounced back beautifully. She got sick, though, when we left, and never remembers being that sick and vomity before, like for about 12 hours straight. So that's... okay, this is green and yellow, so maybe I'll put it with the green. This is, now see, this has a, well, you can't see white on white, but this has a little design on there. So I think if I separated it, I love my nail person. She does these gel nails. And the reason I go French tips, French manicure as opposed to color is because I'm too cheap to pay to go back and have it filled in. So I typically get 3 weeks out of this. But I think what makes Yen so special is that she makes them, they're thick enough to be strong, but they're not like those chiclet type ones that you see that are so thick and unnatural looking. Oh, for heaven's sakes. I thought I'd be able to quickly show you this, but apparently... Oh, 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 oh. So that's what the design would be. So I think I should leave this out, and I'm going to stick that onto pages. I'm going to stick the white onto pages, and then I never have to deal with that again. Just a few more rolls, and we will call it a day. Oh, I didn't decide where that one goes. This one is clearly blue. Again, you know, you have to kind of decide, well, I prefer that over that. Now, this one is neutral, same sort of design. I mean, same sort of concept. This is, I'm putting this with the neutrals. This I'll take out of its dispenser. I've got yellow and polka dots. I don't know, why is it that polka dots always remind me of the 50s? Is it with the teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini? Was that the origin of that? Yellow isn't my favorite color, so I have next to nothing in yellow, but I will put this with the sort of neutrals and try to use this up very shortly. This is a sort of a double striped kind of thing, rust, and then this multi. So I'll put that kind of where I put the pinky rusty empty box. Some more pink here. There isn't much of this left, so okay, I'm not going to waste any more time doing this. With these rolls here, I'm going to throw them in this bin and decide that I must... Wait, how do you get into this? So it's just like an extra wide tape dispenser. Maybe what I should do, but that's just a pain in the butt. I was going to say maybe I should put the ones I want to get rid of. Look at how thin this is. Or narrow, I mean, not thin. I'm going to commit to using these up today. Just so that I know that they're gone. Hey, I think that or that vaporizer thing, what's it called? Sinus inhaler. You know, I also have what is the brand name? Not a neti pot that looks like the like a teapot, but the I can picture the box. I haven't used that for ages. I'll tell you when I stopped using it. It's a nasal rinse thing. First of all, I was so grossed out by the whole idea. But then when I was having some issues a few years back, I started using it. But then I was also told that you can't just use, you know, like hot tap water. I mean, it hadn't created any problems as far as I knew, but, you know, if I have to boil some water and then cool it to the point that it doesn't scald the nose hairs out of me, but is still warm enough to do the job, I'm not using it. I'm not doing it. That's one or two more steps than I can be bothered with. So, needless to say. Okay, guys, this, and this. This is what I have. I think it looks better. And I will make it fit in, these two things fit in that drawer. And I didn't hurt myself thinking too hard doing this. So I hope that you are well. I hope that you, if you are feeling that maybe you're getting a bit run down because of the pressures of the season, then by all means, you know, stop to take care of yourself. Go to bed earlier. Drink some chicken soup, or eat some chicken soup. And remember above all that I'm still collecting box tops for my medical degree. So take it all with a grain of salt. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.